So here's a trade that I took today. The price action was a little bit different than I usually wait for, but so at first, so we started here the day here. We got our orb, which was the first 3 5-minute candles, that range. At first I saw us drop below and I was looking for a pullback and a reaction. I didn't really get a good reaction there, so I did not enter. I waited while we were bouncing around here. Got kind of bullish here when we broke out of the orb. And then I was just waiting for a good reaction or a good rejection and a bullish candle coming off of that. This candle didn't really trigger it for me because of this wick at the top. I like to see almost no wick and just an indication of pushing upward and not getting pushed back down. And then when it started moving up here, I was going to see if it broke this structure at all. Didn't really stay above that structure, and then we suddenly got this big bearish candle with no bottom wick. And normally here I would wait until we get a pullback and a rejection again, just to be safe. But this is such a big candle here, and it was just so strong, and it had some decent volume compared to the rest, and so I entered a bearish broken wing butterfly, and so I lined it up on Optionsmith, and I got a decent risk to reward ratio compared to, I like to try to make it so I call this the runoff profit, so that's just, no matter how far over it goes, or in this case how far down it goes, because this is the price moving down, and this is the price moving up, it would at least expire at a 160 profit for that position. I usually hope to get at least 150 there and have the maximum risk be no more than around 350. But I tend to look to exit the position if it starts to get close to a negative 150 here. So if I look at the present curve, it shows that right now, if it moved, it would have to go all the way up to about 16751. 675. So it would have to go all the way up to here before it would trigger me to have to exit with a stop loss or a manual stop loss. So this was a little bit more of a risk than I like, just because I like to see the pullback and the rejection. But like I said, it was so strong, and I had been waiting pretty much the whole day. So I'd been very patient through all this, never seeing a good entry candle that I liked. And so far, this looks like it's turning out to be the right decision. But you never know. So like I said before, the ideal is that it makes a good move down, and then throughout the afternoon, if it kind of trickled back up to where I entered, so that in the last hour, or even better yet, the last half hour, it ended up right around here. That's where I could really capture close to max profit. So that's just how that trade works. Oh, and again, this is the nostalgic theme in Optionsmith. So it's kind of the old school 80s graphics looking chart, which is kind of fun. So yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I think we'd have to get a major reversal before I would start getting in trouble here. But I just want to keep it simple. Probably never enter more than 2 trades in a day, sometimes maybe 3, but I never want to take more than 2 losing trades in a day for sure. So I've just decided over many years that extremely simple and just this SPX underlying is best, and you can really build on top of that. So that's it so far for today.